back at it again.
We're late as well.
Yeah, no reason.
It's because of Aiden's fault. It's Aiden's fault. We'll talk about Aiden more in the show. I got some stuff I need to address.
It's always Aiden's fault, though.
Yeah, but we got Andrew.
Yeah, we got the big guest back.
I know Aiden.
I think you're not becoming a guest. You're sort of becoming the regular
Yeah,
now.
now you're like Aiden. The roles are reversed. We're going to have to interview Aiden.
Aiden's the guest. You're
so Aiden, what have you been
No,
up to? He's like, oh, I'm just overseeing my cocaine empire and
Aiden,
whatever the fuck he does in his spare time.
Aiden can never be replaced, and that's like not even in like metaphoric.
I feel like
terms.
you
No,
said
it's
this
true. He's a
before.
very
Yeah.
unique kind of individual.
In fact, that's literally how I opened it the last time. But I stand by my point that Aiden can never be replaced.
He's
Like
very-
I could be on here 1,000 times, and he could be on here twice, and he's still.
He's
gonna
very like unique, I suppose.
He's a very special boy.
Name one other person like Aiden that's like not a fictional character.
be Hitler.
That's very nice.
No, I'm
not
kidding.
really.
He's not.
But maybe a little bit. But like, whatever. Yeah. So you're here now.
Yeah, and it seems every time I'm on here, the conversation inevitably leads to Aiden.
The big wood.
Aiden or Aiden being a fascist dictator.
And something about cocaine. Or something about Vince Vaughn.
So what's been going on with the band, Andy? Hey?
Oh, not a whole
No,
lot since last. I think
not
Pat
really.
was on here.
Yeah, you see his big announcement. He's doing solo stuff
When did he announce that?
on the
On the
podcast.
Oh, that's right. He
He
did at the
announced
end
it.
of it. Yeah,
He
yeah,
announced
yeah.
it exclusively there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
He's,
yeah.
He's trying to get me to like mix it, and I'm just like, fuck, I can't mix anything. Have you listened to any of my music? It's like the most unlistenable shit.
Yeah, no, he. I think it sounds good, but I haven't really heard any of it. I've only heard a little bit of bits and pieces what he's been talking about, but
Yeah,
it sounds real good.
Yeah.
I mean, anything Pat's right is generally
Yeah,
Is it going
gold.
the dad rock route?
No, he's
No.
going into like he's doing like the Twin Peaks soundtrack.
He described it loosely on this show, I think.
Yeah, he
Twin
did.
And
Peaks.
you landed on Twin Peaks or something.
Well, like I kept saying like, and he keeps asking me for like gear recommendations.
yeah.
And he's like, I'm like, just get it, fucking like, whatever. But like, he's like, I'm gonna get it. And then like 2 weeks later, I'm like, did you get it? And he's like, no, I'm gonna wait. And it's like every 2 weeks, he's like, oh, I'm gonna get this.
Well, you know, perfection's not made overnight. You
Yeah,
know?
but I think he's actually made a decision now. I convinced him to get
Ooh.
a specific piece of equipment.
Do you know that, or is it just hasn't been 2 weeks yet?
No, I don't know that. But
Yeah.
like, I have a strong feeling about this one.
Yeah. Pat, believe it or not, Pat's a bit of a perfectionist.
Yeah, he is a bit.
Yeah. When it comes to music, he
Sometimes.
definitely is. Yeah.
When it comes to music, everything else is just like, well, I don't want to talk about that. But like,
What are you trying to say here, Oscar?
I'm just trying to say that
Be careful what you say, boy.
well, like I was gonna bring it up. Actually, no. I'll talk about it now. But like, so this week I had my nose broken.
What?
yeah, look carefully at his
Yeah,
nose.
can you see my
Have a
nose?
look.
Well, I've been in a room for like half an hour with you, and you haven't even brought up. Yeah, I broke my nose.
Well, can't you see that I also have like a black eye?
How'd you do that?
Well, I'm gonna get up. It involves Pat and Aiden.
Story
actually.
time.
Did Pat punch
This
you
is
out?
the story corner.
No. Like Aiden and Pat, they like gang rushed me, and like beat the shit out of me, and like broke my
Aiden
nose.
Wood?
Yeah. Aiden Wood and Pat have like teamed up, and they're like
What?
they're doing crime, because I don't know, they just like it, and they just like beat the shit out of me on the street when I was walking my dog.
What?
You're gonna tell the real story.
Yeah, how about yeah.
No, this is the real story.
That doesn't sound real whatsoever.
It's real. They beat the shit out of me. Like, can you see that my nose is like, and I have a black eye?
Being completely honest, I can't see.
Well, it's healed up pretty good, actually.
He had to
Oh.
reset it.
I had to reset it like myself.
Is this a big lie?
No, he actually
this is
did break
true.
his nose.
I actually did break
How?
my nose. They beat the shit out of me. What do you
How
tells
did he
his-
break his nose,
It
Eric?
involves his dog.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so like I was alright. So it wasn't actually Pat and Aiden.
Welcome.
I wish it was though, so it could be more interesting. And it was actually, this is the real story, like for real, for real. I'm in debt. And
How did he break his nose, Eric?
So he was walking. No, you tell it.
Yeah, I'll tell it. So I was like walking my dog, and it was like, you know, I had like headphones in, and I was like looked down at my phone to like change the song, and I guess like he must have seen a cat or something, because he just fucking lunged, and I was like not paying attention. So he like pulled me like forward, and I like smashed my face into a metal pole. And like my nose, like it looks bent now, but like this is just rugged.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look fucked.
Yeah.
It just looks like I've seen some shit. But like it was like fucked, and I had to like reset it myself because I was too scared to go to the hospital.
Didn't you say you walked back with nose?
Oh yeah, I
blood
walked
coming out
back
of
to
your
my
nose?
house. Yeah, and I completed like the dog walk, like around the block. So I walked around the block with just like blood pouring out of my nose and like 2 massive black eyes.
Yeah.
And like, yeah,
Fuck.
and I had to reset it myself.
Yeah.
So and that
Pussy
what
slayer.
does this have to do with Pat though?
he beat the shit out of me.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a cover story.
All right. Yeah.
So
Well,
he sounds
yeah.
more manly. He's like, I tried to fight back, but they ganged up on me, so I couldn't fight.
That's the
Yeah.
secret document that I'm leaking. The cover document is that my dog chased a cat and I smashed my face into a fucking metal pole.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool story though.
Thanks.
You know.
Yeah, it's rugged.
Real
it's just
manly.
everyday shit, dude.
Yeah.
Walking my dog, getting the shit beat out of me. I used to wake up like every morning and just like before I left my room, like because my mirror is on the side of my room, I would just look into it and be like, oh my god, I look fucking pathetic. I'm a fucking loser. I need a fucking haircut. I need to fucking lose some weight. I wish a fucking drone would nuke me from orbit. Now that's just exacerbated by the fact that my face is no longer perfectly symmetrical. And,
Or do you still get up every morning and
I still
look in
do
that
that, yeah.
deep void that
yeah,
you call
yeah,
the
yeah,
mirror?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm just like,
Nothing like
I'm
morning
such
time mirror.
I'm such a fucking pussy. A fucking sniper should just shoot me from across the fucking hallway.
So what's on today's agenda, Eric?
Okay. So we're going to be having a good old talk about remakes and reboots. The industry of entertainment keeps pumping them out. Whether that's good or bad, we don't know. Can be
Right.
good.
It's bad.
It's a mix.
It's objectively bad.
It's a real big mix sometimes.
I'm somewhere in between bad and mix.
Because I don't know about the music industry. I don't know if they do a similar thing with
Yeah,
songs.
all remasters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be basically your
Box
remake.
sets and shit like
That's
that.
like
Or you
Led
re-
Zeppelin remasters as Jimmy Page walking into the studio and making the song 5 seconds longer. And that's
or
like
just
the big
making it like
remaster.
more compressed.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's so fucking loud, dude. It sounds better.
Yeah.
Guess we'll go between industries. We'll sort of start, I guess, movie industry, then go to game to end it off on. What we have any ideas in mind about it and all that fun
I mean,
stuff.
it's all relative, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
really, there's an agenda behind every
Well,
industry.
Because the movies have been doing it quite a lot recently. And if you look, the prime example, they've been the Disney movies, the live-action remakes.
The millions
sea-
and millions of Disney
But
movies.
Yeah, but they've been
But
pumping
also,
those
like-
out since 2015, I think. I think the first one that kicked it off, I think, might have been Cinderella. I can't remember exactly, but I think it was that. But
Beauty and the Beast, wasn't it?
I think that was 2017.
Oh,
Yeah. So Disney have been pumping those out slowly, and they started off getting positive reception. I think The Jungle Book actually got better reviews than the original
We went and
animated.
saw that, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually decent.
Yeah, I'd never seen the Jungle
Yeah,
Book.
it's
ever.
fine. It's
Yeah.
not amazing. It's just good.
I mean, it's not relegated to just remakes, though.
Yeah.
Think about, like, fucking, like Star Wars, or, hate to say it, like Blade Runner. Like, this is all predicated on the fact that this is, like, nostalgic for people.
Yeah, well, that's what.
And,
you
like, movie
bank
industry
on.
sees that, and they go, oh, fuck, let's just keep fucking doing that.
Well,
And
because people who grew up with it as a kid, they want to yearn for those things that they had as a child because it makes them feel how they felt as a kid. That's what it
but
is.
it's like it doesn't feel as good. I don't know about you, but like every time I see something I watched when I was a kid, I just feel like I'm plugged into a fucking dialysis machine. Like I'm on life support.
Kind of, I guess. Yeah.
Like I can't watch, like I don't know. I just can't watch like, old stuff.
Yeah.
It depends
I
what
like.
it is, I reckon. But
It depends. It depends what it is. But like, it's also it's just like you're trying to like get back into a time of your life that you thought was like the best time, but it's like not really. Like
you only remember the good times.
well, it's not even that. It's just like I don't even know how to describe it. It's not that it's bad. It's just that it's kind of like whatever, and you like trick yourself into thinking that it was actually really good.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree but with Star Wars, it's actually a good example. I didn't get nostalgic at all watching the new ones. They seem like they're separate movies. Where
They don't have the same feel.
Yeah, they don't.
Like Here's the thing, like the first one kind of feels like a slight remake plus reboot at the same time because it has similar elements from episode 4.
They're throwing in like Easter eggs. And
Yeah,
stuff.
so
Yeah.
I think they did that on purpose. It's meant to play like the first Star Wars because people will go, oh, I remember seeing that as a kid, and they get a connection to it, so they'll get linked to that new story.
Yeah.
But people didn't get a connection to it because it just didn't feel like super Star Warsy, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you watch the originals and even the prequels got it sort of right, Star Wars has sort of a weird grimy feel to it in some scenes. Like nothing's really clean. It's sort of retro future tech.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
looks kind of
that's
dirty.
the whole.
Yeah,
it's
but now
just
the
like-
new ones are super clean, super sterile. You know,
Well,
a lot of the time.
well, wasn't the contrast between like all the like regular fucking planets or whatever where people hang out are like grimy and shitty, but all the like imperial stuff is all clean and
Yeah,
spiffy.
that was a thing. But they don't really. I guess that's probably the thing. They don't show really the normal places people hang out in the new ones. They show
No.
mainly
Well, the new ones
First
are
Order.
fucking like, oh, she's like on a desert planet for like 10 minutes, and then they're in fucking spaceship forever.
And she can fly it somehow
And then,
perfectly.
and then the second movie was literally they're just in a fucking spaceship the whole movie.
Yeah, that's probably the one thing it's missing. It's missing the planets, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of beg to differ. I thought they have like so many different locations, and that's the kind of weird thing. Because like you were saying before, it was very location specific. Like the first part of episode 4 is literally just all Tatooine for like 50
That's
minutes.
cool, though.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because it's like
I
an
rate it.
homage to Dune or whatever.
Yeah, no, I like it. I reckon it's good. I mean, episode
by the
4 is
way,
my
if you hear a
favorite.
dog barking, it's out of my fucking control. Like, if I could go over that fence and fucking choke that fucking thing out, I would. But
Please
like,
don't.
I can't do that. So
Yeah.
if you complain
Don't
about
say
the
that.
you complain about the dog barking, go fuck yourself.
The RSPCA is going
anyway,
to
let's,
be here.
yeah, just go back.
Anyway, the point was in the new ones, it's like they're trying to add in the extended Star Wars universe and more. I don't know what they've written there because I haven't read any of the books or anything.
I
but
thought they were like throwing all that stuff away, the extended universe or whatever.
They did most of it.
Yeah, all the cool shit.
Yeah.
but they've been incorporating like
Ideas.
Bits and pieces. And
yeah,
stuff.
like a good example of that is it seems like the only point for that Finn story arc in episode 8 was to literally include, look, there's all this other
Oh my
stuff
God,
happening
that was-
in the, and yeah, it was god awful. We can talk
Fuck,
about
that
that,
was
as
so
much as
fucking-
That can
want.
we can talk. We'll do a
Yeah.
Star Wars episode one day. And that can be us three because you like your Star Wars, so that can be a good discussion about Star Wars.
I do, and you know, and I'm also pretty impartial on the new movies
Yeah.
as well.
but like, yeah, that's the thing because you,
Love it and hate it.
yeah. So
I
you're
think
not
the-
just someone who's like, oh, I hate it because it's got a female protagonist. It's Disney.
Why did they
Nah.
cast
Well,
the black
like,
guy?
I agree
like,
with the-
Yeah,
one
you're
of
not
those,
that. You're just
crazy
like-
commenters like.
I agree with the Disney half. Like, fuck Disney. But also, like, I think the best one, but the best new movie is Solo.
It's Solo and Rogue One were pretty alright, both of them.
The rest of them are fucking like. I
Well,
don't know,
Rogue
just-
One was actually my least favorite Star Wars. And
I can-
Solo is
yeah.
probably one of my favorite Star Wars.
Oh,
full
I can
stop.
see your point
Did
on
I
both
tell
of
you
those.
about like my miniature PTSD attack when I saw the trailer for Rogue One?
No.
Because I was like, oh my god, they're doing the fucking Death Star again. And then someone was like, no, it's a prequel. And I was like, oh fuck. Because I thought like this was gonna be the new a new movie, and I was like, the Death Star again. Are
It's
you
back.
fucking serious?
It was
now in HD.
Rogue One was just it
'Cause-
propagates all the stuff like it's they made a prequel. Yeah, cool. It's a prequel. It propagates exactly what we're talking about today. It is just it felt almost cash grabby, and albeit it's a good movie.
I mean,
and it was
every
trying to.
movie is a cash grab.
Of course it is, and that's the whole thing about the entertainment industry, like gaming, music.
Now more
movies,
so
but-
than ever.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the Marvel movies. You know, jeez. Like,
Yeah, 'cause
look, okay,
that's
I'm-
predicated on nostalgia, and also it's like, oh, and you want to watch the next movie, right? So fucking watch this one, so you
Yeah.
understand what's happening.
Yeah, and I'm probably not the best to. You guys would be better to comment on it.
No,
Or probably more Eric, because
more than
Yes.
me.
more
or
because
fucking-
yeah, I really dislike
I've seen
Marvel
all of
movies.
them.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Doctor Strange. I didn't like
'Cause
it. I thought it was
it's sort of
pretty good.
unique, has its own voice.
Yeah, because it wasn't trying to be like all the other Marvel movies. Whereas I can name you all on one hand all the Marvel movies. I've seen Iron Man 1,
The good one.
Doctor Strange,
Jeez.
the first Avengers, which I saw on opening day, and I didn't know it was opening day, and that was the worst experience of my life.
Because you sat down the front, I remember you told me.
Yeah, and
Oh.
3D. down the front.
So your neck is fucked, and also your eyes are about to
'cause
bubble out of
my,
your skull.
My friend that was really he's like, you want to hang today? Yeah, what do you want to do? Because he just lived around the corner from me. He's like, why don't we go watch a movie? I was like, yeah, sure. He's like, the Avengers is on. He's like, I'm up at Charlestown now. Grab your tickets. I'm like, cool. Well, we'll come up now. So me and my brothers went up because we're all family friends, and there's a line out the door with people in Iron Man and Thor costumes. I'm like, what? I'm like, realize it's a Thursday.
And you went to the very first showing by chance?
It was probably it would have been the second.
When did that
It was
come
in the middle
out?
of the day, and I was like,
Wait, who'd you go see it with, Morton?
no, Isaac.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's stuck in Berlin or some shit now.
Nah, he was down here, but he's in Markville.
Oh okay.
Yeah. No, he was down here. He shaved his head.
I thought he became an expatriate or something. I don't know.
Well, he shaved his head. He could be a neo-Nazi,
No, that's just rugged. That's techno.
Yeah, it's
his
either
head.
that or, punk.
Yeah, it's punk.
But punks are generally not Nazis.
Yeah,
they're
but when
generally
did
the
Aven-
opposite of Nazis.
No, they're pretty in line. They're just aesthetic differences. But when did Avengers come out?
2012.
Yeah, that would have been it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
because
yeah.
2013 was Age of Ultron. I mean, 2015.
Yeah, they
sorry.
just released them back to back.
No, it was 3 years between the first and the second.
No, but these the third and fourth Avengers. It was just
yeah, because they filmed them all together. That's why.
yeah,
Which made sense, save money.
I love getting fucking Instagram stories at 12 o'clock at night of people crying, laughing, watching the fucking Avengers. Please keep doing that, everyone.
I have there's a certain stereotype of people that do that, and there's another certain stereotype, and they go to the midnight screenings of movies. What's it called? The Incredibles. It's that kind of stereotype. And they enjoy the new part of a shopping center that just got added on, and they want their kids to like the Minions, and you know what I'm talking
see, that's
about.
the thing. That's why previous generations had better cultures, because they didn't force they tried to force all the dumb shit they believed in on their parents, but their kids just did heroin
Rejected it,
or whatever.
I mean, that's you
Now
don't
we
get
can't
punk
do
or
that.
hip hop or
Yeah,
anything
it's
without that.
I mean, this is all because this is all the fucking fault of Gilmore Girls, because now all fucking parents think they can be friends with their fucking kids.
Actually, Gilmore Girls is sick.
It's a good show, but it predicated a lot of bullshit.
Yeah,
with,
it's like Pride and
parenting.
Prejudice. It's
Just like Friends.
hectic.
Everyone thinks Friends is a great, but it's it just predicated a kind of person who's so fucking neurotic. It does nothing but hang out with other fucking psychos like them.
It's actually one of the first shows where as I've gotten older, and I've seen it time and time again. I used to love it, and as you get older, you kind of I don't remember this being a lot more funny than it is. Whereas Seinfeld's the opposite.
I mean, there's funny
you know?
bits, but the show overall, I'm just this is fucking. These people suck. These people are fucking oh, we're struggling, but they live in fucking high rises in New York.
They literally live in Greenwich Village. I don't know how
they live in Greenwich Village.
Joey
they live
could
in
be
fucking,
unemployed. Living
Yeah, he's
in,
oh, I'm unemployed. I live in a fucking
can't afford health insurance.
apartment at the top of the fucking world.
Yeah. Those places now are, and even then they'd be hundreds of dollars of rent. It was like $800 USD.
Post austerity, it's fucking impossible to live in places like that.
All your New York fans can comment on that.
It was all literally Donald Trump's fault, because he was a real estate developer that just bought up derelict buildings and did them up and just marketed them to insanely rich people.
A lot of things are Donald Trump's fault, but that can be a whole nother episode, can't it?
Yeah, we should do a 180 and get back on track to remakes. You went off a bit there.
Donald Trump is a remake.
Yeah, he is. But
He's doing it every
Ronald
time he comes
Reagan
back.
remake.
Every time he rears his head, it's like a remake.
He's
You're
like
oh, this fucking guy.
He's like Ronald Reagan, except without the speech reading.
Yeah, and I mean, Ronald Reagan, pretty bad. Laying a wreath at the tomb of fucking SS officers.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's probably gonna do something as bad.
Donald
soon.
Trump. Sorry, we'll get back on topic.
yeah, I just made a
this
segue
is
to
a
get back to
remake.
it, and you just go straight onto it.
Oh, but
This is
something
a remake.
else.
This is a remake.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is a remake of every president that's come before him. It's all been leading up
All
to
the
this
bad
point.
components put together.
Well, I mean, it's all bad. All presidents are fucking bad, but it's all been leading up to this
Except he
moment.
is infinitely more stupid than, like...
Well, yeah, because he's like a doddering old man who like stares directly into the fucking sun when there's an eclipse, and like fucking walks around like a fucking drunk person.
He literally said today to 5 congressmen and women that they shouldn't be telling the US what to do.
They should go back to where they came from.
They're literally American citizens. But anyway.
Yeah. Enough about the remake president.
Yeah.
The president.
Let's get back to the cash cow. So
he's like George Bush on fucking like just so much meth and fucking. That's what he is.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the shitty movie industry.
Yeah.
That no
So
one
the
likes.
movies. So it's a giant cash cow. They're on a bloody trend right now, mate. They're pumping them out left, right, and center.
It's mostly Disney.
Disney. Well, they're the driving force. They own almost every property.
They're going to own the world soon.
They will.
Soon.
Well, before we get into the bad,
we start off good because good.
Blade Runner was good. I reckon.
Yeah, that was like one of the best like reboot, like because it's a reboot technically. Like they didn't have to make a fucking sequel to Blade Runner, but
2049.
Yeah, but it's like that was good.
Yeah,
and
I like
because
it a lot.
one, Denis Villeneuve is like a good fucking director, and it was overseen by Ridley Scott.
And the shots in that movie.
It's got fucking Hans Zimmer on the soundtrack. It's like he can't fuck this up.
And they didn't.
Yeah, it was a good movie. But
it was an all-star like production cast. Like,
but it had a plot of
guys
its own, and it wasn't just some like, oh, we're gonna make this cool because it looks like Blade Runner. Like there was a lot.
Yeah,
to it.
it
like
really did have.
We're gonna have Harrison Ford in the whole movie.
That was my worst fear, was that it was just gonna be sort of this aesthetic homage to Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Which is like, we talked about this like earlier, but like that new Cyberpunk game, I feel like is literally just all of the aesthetic and not much else.
Yeah.
But like whatever, like yeah, I was like so surprised that turned out so good.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite movies. That was 2017.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah.
I didn't see it until about 3 or 4 months ago.
2017 was the last
blown
really
away.
good year for movies. I thought that I mean obviously it's all down to taste.
What else
but
was good that came out?
American Made was great.
Did you see Good Time?
Yeah. No,
That was so good.
actually,
Is that the one with Robert Pattinson?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. It
So
looks alright.
fucking good.
well, you know what the other
One O Tricks Point Never did the soundtrack for it, so it's fucking awesome.
was that 2017.
Yeah.
Because you know what else came
And
out
Iggy
2017?
Pop is on that soundtrack.
Actually, that's what it is. I've heard that.
It's a good movie.
He released it at like an EP or something.
Yeah, it's a single with One O Tricks Point Never produced it.
Yeah,
But
the
that movie's fucking awesome.
the other good one I was thinking of is there's probably more. It's all down to taste, but I thought the other good, and yeah, it was basically a reboot. It wasn't really a sequel, but it came out that same year. Was Trainspotting.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
That
Yeah.
was good. I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Because like
Yeah.
I like Trainspotting is good because it's like semi-serious but also like really funny.
Yeah, it's like a really dark comedy. Like
Yeah, it's
just-
like there's parts in it that are just like this is fucking terrible, but
baby.
the rest of it is just like hilarious.
Oh, is that the first one?
the rest of it is
I
just-
remember that. The baby's on the floor and the mum's like on drugs.
yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
I just
fucked
thought
up.
like there's just like but I thought like most of it was pretty like lighthearted. Like it's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's just these fucking idiots that just like can't.
They just can't live life.
They just have to do it. They have to do heroin and like just it's just so funny. But like also like had an undercurrent of like just extreme darkness. to
Yeah.
it.
What are some other good reboots? Because
Well, you see,
I'm out.
I can't
out
really
too.
think of any off the top of my head. There probably are a few. I should have made a list beforehand, but I can't really think of too many straight off the top.
Maybe to cut time, let's go straight to the bad.
Yeah, the
'cause this is a
bad.
long list,
The
isn't
bad
it?
has quite a bit.
Eric, what's your
worst reboot?
Give me one
My
of the
worst.
Yeah, but you think's the worst.
Oh shit, that's a hard one.
They're all pretty funny. Yeah, so many to pick from.
I literally just had one. Like I haven't watched them, but I heard like that Alien ones were apparently terrible.
Really, actually, I
Which
heard
one?
Isolation was really
wasn't-
good.
Not Covenant.
That's a game.
Prometheus.
Oh,
Wasn't Prometheus?
No, Prometheus is a good. I think it's a good film. It's just so fucking miscast.
Oh.
Like Idris Elba's in it, but he's in like 4 shots.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Why is he in the fucking film then? Why would you put
Yeah.
Idris Elba in the
Well,
film?
I already
if
know
not
off the
to
top
have-
of my head.
He's got to be like one of the main people.
It was like the Godzilla thing where they advertised Bryan Cranston for it, and he was in
Yeah.
it for 20 minutes.
I did think. I did think Prometheus was like a good movie. That
Yeah.
new
I
one,
saw
the
it years
Alien
later.
Covenant,
Because they're
fucking
Those
shit.
two are reboots, back to
Actually-
back, basically. Aren't
It's
they?
not. Well, it's like it's a prequel,
Hmm.
but
you got
it's
the
like.
DVD over there. Aliens.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in ages. I need to rewatch it.
Well, I heard Alien Covenant was the one I was talking about. Yeah, that was really, really good. That's the
that was
Michael
shit.
Fassbender one, right?
I don't fucking know. Did Ridley? Well, he does more.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
People. Someone brought him up on the podcast before. Gabe was. No, we actually squashed this. But like, I was saying, like, some people say that like Ridley Scott's a really inconsistent director.
He is.
But it's like, I don't give a fuck. He's made like so many good movies.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's inconsistent. He's fucking
Yeah.
Gladiator, Blade Runner,
American Gangster.
Alien, American Gangster, Black Hawk Down. Like so many fucking good movies.
Yeah. No,
That, like, I don't give a fuck if he makes one bad movie.
I'm the same.
Or like
I'm-
a couple bad movies.
I just approach everything he makes with a little hint of skepticism because I'm like, it's either really shit or really good. Circa A, Robin Hood, such a terrible movie. But then the movie, what he made straight after it, American Gangsters, like,
yeah, that's
such a good movie.
fucking good movie.
Yeah.
I watched that again recently.
I really like Ridley Scott. I do hate a lot of his stuff, but it's like that artist that has like one really good album and a really shit album too, you know.
Yeah, sort of. But
Yeah.
like, I think he's got like so many good hits though.
Or it's like actually Halo, the Halo series, you know. Halo 1 amazing, Halo 5 awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
No,
what's
I know what
another-
my
It is
worst-
just a guy with like a really inconsistent like filmography.
Yeah.
I know what
If
my
we're
worst
comparing him to
reboot
a
though.
musician, he's like fucking Metallica or something. you know?
Yeah.
I know straight away the worst reboot off the top. Like you make a series that sort of went in the right direction slowly, then they just fucking crashed it into the ground. Then they redid it again. And they made it good. Fucking Transformers 4, Age of Extinction.
Oh,
They
yeah.
see the first one was okay. Second one was pretty bad. Third one went sort of in the right direction. Then in number 4, they just rebooted it and just went fucking into the ground so hard.
They talked about this on Chapo, but they were like, Matt from Chapo said like, every society when it reaches like its peak, it like builds these just monuments to its own like grotesqueness. And he said, he's like, the Romans had like triumphant arches, the fucking Egyptians had the pyramids, and the American Empire has the Transformers film.
But
I'm not a fan of Transformers,
No.
so I'm going to bow out of this one.
No,
Yeah.
see, the first
Yeah,
bad
neither.
time was Michael Bay Returns when they're going to reboot. It's like, okay. But then here's the thing. They redesigned the robots, which is fine if you're rebooting it, but they redesigned them in the way that they don't look good anymore. They make them super slim and streamlined, look like normal generic robots, so you can't tell. The thing about Transformers...
Yeah,
though-
what is up with this
See-
new trend of like making robots look really like
Organic?
sleek and slim and fucking...
See, I like Transformers
It's
because
like-
back in the 80s and all that, and the originals,
Yeah, they're all
they were
clunky and shit.
and you could see their parts.
They-
like
yeah.
the original 80s, Optimus literally just had a truck on his chest.
Yeah, that's why fucking like...
Beast Wars, I loved it because they have fucking animal parts all over them. They look cool.
Well, actually, no, I can see why people would criticize like Prometheus on the grounds of it. Like the original Alien, like grungy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like everything looks like shitty and like in constant disrepair and fucking like clunky and fucked. And then Prometheus, everything's all like sleek and yeah.
I don't like that. I
Which
like things when they have
hate this
a
new
good
trend.
feel.
I want some more clunky,
Like-
shitty, fucking like
Yeah.
mechanized stuff.
And can I also say on that Transformers thing, I don't, I take back what I said. I don't like Transformers. I don't like Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like,
the
nothing
That's the
against
thing.
Transformers.
No, but the first one, he did the first one fine. The first one wasn't bad. it
Well,
was
see,
good.
I didn't even like that, and I'll tell you why. It's because
That's the most watchable one.
dialogue was
Oh yeah, the
really
dialogue's
bad.
trash.
It was really bad script writing. And by the way,
The robot
can I
effects are
say,
good,
I was
though.
thinking this when I was 10. So if I'm thinking
I
like
think,
this is bad
no,
when I'm
I
10,
think the first Transformers movie is pretty watchable.
Yeah, it's watchable.
It's pretty
but
good.
watchable's not what you want in a movie. You want a movie
For a Transformers
like, you're
movie,
gonna sit
I'd
down
sort
for
of
2
I'd do
hours.
it,
And then
like,
they
I'm
sort
not
of-
expecting
They
anything
course corrected
else.
it a bit in number 3. Then they just completely crashed the whole thing. Yeah, don't drop that.
completely crashed the whole thing.
Yeah, just like that.
Fuck.
Yeah, so it starts off like from a fan's perspective. I can give you the signs like straight off the bat. Michael Bay's returning. That can be good or bad. If he's learnt, it's good, but he didn't. He makes it longer, which is worse. And then he's like, "I'll introduce the Dinobots." Oh, that's cool. They're in the last 10 minutes and they do nothing, and it's just like sick.
I just feel like,
And they're all very generic looking
Michael-
grey robots, and they don't talk.
I mean, he's literally just like a propagandist for like
Yeah.
the military.
And here's
Just,
the
Yeah,
thing.
look at all this cool fucking
They
shit.
started-
Join the Navy.
They
Yeah.
start introducing medieval night themes to Transformers in
Oh,
that
yeah,
in that movie.
they-
Why?
that's what he
there's,
said- that's
there's
what
no
he said.
there's no night lore to the Transform. Like there's medieval gladiator lore to the original series with Megatronus because he was a gladiator in the pits before becoming Megatron.
That's also what Matt said. He's like, they keep retconning the plot of every single movie.
Yes.
They keep changing the origin story for like
They do.
Transformers.
Yeah. The
the
Every
Transformers had
single
never
movie.
been there before.
It's
and,
like
and the first one
they
they
were created
came,
by the Energon Cube,
Yeah.
and then they're created by like they're fucking not like I don't know. It gets so fucking
originally I think they
just
were
absurd.
they were just created by the Allspark or something, and then they changed it to they'd never been to Earth. Then they came to Earth for the cube. Then the second one, the second one was like the original 13 primes harvested planets, and the 13th I can't remember what number
It's
he
just
was.
like
The Fallen came to harvest the Earth when he shouldn't have, and he failed.
Yeah, because they're
And
like
then the third one, they actually came to the moon before even that. Oh, wait, no, number 4, they came here years ago, the Quintessons or something, to come harvest the
and
Earth for
now
its minerals.
And then it's like, and then they came back, and they're part of like this ancient order of like fucking round
Knights.
table of knights.
But now all of a sudden, the Earth has never been the Earth. It's been fucking Unicron since its beginning.
Yeah, watching
Why
those
has the
movies-
Fallen come to Unicron?
Well, I'll tell you what.
watching
I
those
have a
movies,
problem.
it's like a fucking Talking Head song. You just don't know where the fuck it's going. Like,
But that's why they're fun sometimes.
Yeah, well, I have a problem with like what you're talking about. That's actually in the case of a lot of reboots. First one being Star Wars is because it's such an open universe. They just decide, hey, I'm gonna change this around as much as I want, and who gives a fuck because I'm doing it. This serves my plot.
But but the thing is, with those movies, it was different directors sometimes. This
Yeah.
one, it was all Michael Bay.
Yeah, well, Michael Bay is just like he's dumber than a fridge.
Yeah.
no,
you
he's,
know.
yeah, that South Park bit was just so fucking good, where he's just talking about explosions and like things falling over and like. And they're like, yeah, those aren't fucking ideas. Those are special effects. Like,
But they turned around the Transformers franchise. Bumblebee was actually good.
Yeah.
They brought that out, and it was actually good. It wasn't over the top explosion. It was one character. There was like 3 character Transformers the whole movie, basically.
Yeah.
Some others you saw, but mainly only 3. So they actually did a good job.
yeah.
And actually, Bumblebee looks like a car when he's transformed. He has car parts on him. He's not like the super slimline thing.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, I want more shitty, grungy like technology in my film. Stop making everything
Yeah.
so fucking iPhone, MacBook, fucking
I hate that so much.
Sleek.
Yeah, I don't like it.
sleek
Sleek,
design.
yeah.
I like these chunky
There's
retro
nothing
looks.
like fucking interesting. It's
It
not
looks boring.
fucking. It's not fucking hard to design shit like that. You
You
know, it's
scan
hard, like
something.
designing stuff with a lot of fucking detail and intricacy.
Yeah.
Like a piece of like shitty, grungy fucking technology. That's why I like Neil Blomkamp's designs.
Oh, yeah.
It's because they're all like shitty.
District
and-
9.
Yeah, because they're all like shitty and like cool
Yeah.
and grungy.
I guess the big factor, like we said, we can talk about the bad remakes and reboots. The main ones right now are Disney. They started off okay, but they've slowly gone downhill, and
I mean,
people are just like saying why.
people can probably
It
like,
started to go downhill. I looked at all the review scores, and I think the dip started to happen around with Beauty and the Beast. That was the one that started to go lower, and then what was it? After Beauty and the Beast, what was it? Or was it just Aladdin after that? I can't remember. They're so forgettable.
I don't even know what ones are being released because I
No,
don't.
I think it might have been
Yeah.
Aladdin.
So yeah, then
Like,
Aladdin
even-
comes out, and then everyone's like, "Why are you doing this? You don't have to make this." All
No,
the comments, and
I
then they
s-
show you
I saw the
Blue Will
worst-
Smith,
Oh yeah,
and he looks so fucking weird.
yeah Will Smith.
Wait, is that Adam's profile picture?
Yes,
Oh, dude, that's what that is. I was wondering, I'm like, man,
It's
that
the
guy looks
genie.
like Will Smith.
it's the genie. That's Will
Oh.
Smith as the genie.
The Adam's profile pictures, he always picks him in some kind of like schizophrenic like frenzy, and he's like, "Yeah, that's my fucking picture."
It's a
Yeah.
good picture.
That's good though. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the one that really started to hit hard, where people were like, we don't need to see these anymore.
No, but like I saw the fucking dumbest Twitter post, like
What?
not Twitter post, like a fucking a trending topic, and it was like, "Oh, people are fucking surprised that Aladdin is doing so well." It's like, are they? This shit just like is designed to make money. It's,
Because
it's
parents
written
take
by
their
a fucking
kids.
algorithm. Like,
Yeah.
Parents take their kids because, like, I saw this as a kid. I liked it. I'm going to take my kid so
Yeah,
he'll shut
right.
up
yeah,
for
that's
2
why
hours.
I'm never going to expose my kids to anything I like,
Well,
Yeah.
see,
so that they come up
Disney's-
with their own fucking shit.
Disney's been doing that for years because if you can think about like any movie, I don't know, any famous like Cinderella or something.
Yeah.
if you go all the way back to the 20s, that they were still making movies about it then. So each generation has their Cinderella, and then they release it for the next generation. And they say, I'm going to take my kids to this one, and I'm going to.
No, I just remembered the big one that hit hard, and actually, I think it was a box office flop. It actually didn't make its money back. Was Dumbo. I just forgot about it. It was that forgettable. It just came out and no one watched it.
Yeah,
It had Danny DeVito in it.
It had so many like big names in it. They're probably so.
It had Danny DeVito and
I have to expect.
Who was the Batman in the 90s? I forgot his name.
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
No, the other one.
Oh,
George Clooney.
No, the other one. The original. 89. Batman 89.
Yeah, George Clooney, wasn't it?
No, that's the bad
Val
Batman.
Kilmer.
No, the one before Val.
Yeah.
He was in the new...
Pierce.
No, he was in the new Spider-Man.
Adam West.
Fucking hell.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is going to be another extremely controversial.
He was in Birdman.
George Clooney.
Yeah, George Clooney's in Birdman.
It was, wasn't it?
No.
I've never seen Birdman. Isn't it Edward Norton?
No, it's not Edward Norton.
Isn't Edward Norton the guy in Birdman?
No.
Was he directed or something?
I don't fucking know. Come on, it's Billy Bob Thornton.
Michael Keaton.
Oh fuck, whatever, dude.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh yeah,
Are you serious?
No.
Do you remember how I had?
I have a name. Is he British?
No.
He sounds British.
Michael Keaton.
Michael
You don't know who
Keaton.
he
You know who
is?
Michael Keaton is?
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What? I've never seen like Batman '89.
Have you seen the Oh yeah, this. You remember how like last episode had this extremely fucking controversial take where I said the PS1 is better than the PS2.
Actually, can I weigh in on that?
Yeah.
I objectively say the PS2 is better than the PS1. I'll tell you why. It's because you can play PS1 games on it.
Oh, so you get both in one.
Yeah,
Okay, that's a good
but
combo.
in general, PS1 games are better than PS2 games, I feel.
Yeah, but can you play all the games on the PS2?
Yeah,
everything.
anything.
Because they use the same format.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just
well,
throw
I'm
PS1
sticking to my
just
guns, and I'm still.
You can even put PS1
No,
memory
PS2
cards in PS2
PS2s
Yeah.
are better just for the fact that it's Jack and Daxter.
and Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah,
off.
so there you go.
off.
Just those two game series alone are...
Ape
Actually,
Escape.
I'd be fine with a reboot for those if they brought them back.
Didn't
Actually,
they-
Ratchet and Clank
Yeah,
got a
has
reboot.
one,
Yeah,
yeah.
it got a reboot.
Jack and
Yeah,
Daxter will have one.
Okay, but like you remember that extremely controversial take.
A
This
little
is
bit.
my next extremely controversial take.
Okay, what is it?
The Tim Burton Batman films are better than the Christopher Nolan ones.
That's not a controversial take. Some people say that.
What's Tim Burton's ones?
Like Batman
Batman
Forever, Batman 89,
Oh, well, actually...
Batman Returns.
Actually, if it's any consolation, and this definitely I disagree. I've never seen them though,
they're
so I can't
so fucking
disagree.
good.
They're
Dude,
dark as.
they're sick.
No, I'm saying they're dark. That's
They're
good.
not really like. They're pretty campy.
They got a cartoony.
I mean, it's
feel.
fucking Tim Burton, but like,
Well,
but that lends itself
they're Jack
to
Nicholson Joker.
Batman.
Jack
Oh,
Nicholson Joker.
is that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay, I
that,
know
yeah.
the ones.
Jack
yeah.
Nicholson Joker. Fucking.
Is there a penguin in it?
Yeah,
Is it
Danny
those ones?
DeVito.
Danny
Was
DeVito.
it Harvey? No.
Oh yeah, Tommy Lee Jones, Harvey
yeah,
Dent.
Tommy Lee Jones was Harvey Dent.
true.
It's so sick, dude. And
So I need to watch these.
and
then,
Jim
yeah.
Carrey is the Riddler.
Yeah,
It's so fucking good. It's
It
sick.
sounds sick.
Dude, it's sick. And Val Kilmer is Batman.
he's in the third. Is he? Is he Batman in the third one? Batman Returns.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no,
Batman Forever.
Yeah, Forever. Sorry,
The Iceman or whatever.
Oh,
that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
bad one.
Dr. Frost.
Yeah.
Batman and Robin.
Ice to
Dr.
see
Freeze.
you.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one with That's the really shit
Freeze.
one where they changed everything just so they could make toys.
No,
Yeah.
and fucking and fuck, what's his name?
Which character?
Ewan McGregor's in it as well.
Wait,
He's Robin.
Wait, was he?
Yeah, dude, it's so it's on Netflix. You should just watch it.
Yeah,
Wait, in
It's
Batman,
so fucking
Batman and
good.
Robin, was he Robin or was he in the other ones?
No, he's in Batman Forever.
Is he?
Yeah,
I vaguely remember seeing these as kids actually, and yeah, they were dark.
I like that movie is like tattooed on my brain. I must have watched it like 50 times.
That's a good
when I was
movie
kid.
talking point, like
Yeah.
good ones, because Batman gets reboots all the time. That's the one that I'm fine with being
Well,
rebooted.
who's the new Batman? Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
I mean, he's really good.
yeah,
Well,
I can see him
Batman-
as Batman.
Oh yeah, and like all those fucking morons on Twitter being like, "Fucking, I don't want that fucking cunt from Twilight to play Batman." It's like
He was
yeah.
in.
I'm like,
everyone's
dude,
in bad
you
movies
understand?
in their career.
And it's like whatever. It's it's a bad movie. It's not like I don't really care about that argument, but like. Dude, you understand he's a fucking actor. Like
Yeah, he didn't write
takes
the
on
movie.
different fucking
Yeah.
roles. Like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
People get really like objective about the actors.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like,
a-
dude, like every great actor has acted in a shit movie at some
yeah,
point.
and Robert Pattinson,
Like Steve
good
Buscemi's
actor.
in all of Adam Sandler's movies.
They're friends
you know?
though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Googly-eyed fuck.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, do you remember when that was the funniest thing with Grant?
I didn't make that up. We have a
just-
friend who called him that.
Yeah, he
and
just
that's-
couldn't. He's like, is that guy? We were talking about the Sopranos, and he's like, is that guy in it? You know, and he's like, is he in all those Adam
He's
Sandler
in
movies?
Goodfellas, and we're like, and he's not in Goodfellas.
He's not in Goodfellas.
I mean, he's like, no,
He's in like a bunch of Adam Sandler movies. We're like,
what's
are you
what's the one where Adam Sandler becomes rich?
Mr. Deeds?
Yeah, he's like, no, he's in Mr. Deeds,
and I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, that fucking googly-eyed fuck. And like me and you and Aiden just lost our shit.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
laughing for about fucking 45 minutes.
Yeah, but what happened was,
And then I was like, he's talking about Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, it's because you go, oh, Steve Buscemi's like, yeah. And we were sitting there for a couple of minutes. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, why is the first movie you think of with Steve Buscemi is Mr. Deeds?
It's not fucking Fargo. Or like, well, Grant's seen like 10 movies, and they're all by Adam Sandler.
He's a fucking
And
Adam
Step
Sandler
Brothers.
fiend.
Yeah, and all the Harry Potter films, and that's it.
Oh, Harry Potter. There's an awful series.
I mean,
They're going to reboot those probably.
Yeah, they
next
will. They
week.
already did.
Isn't-
They're doing all those like running down. I don't even know what the fuck they are, but everyone's like, "Have you seen the new Harry Potter?" Because I teach
Oh, the
for
play.
context. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the kids are like, "Oh, have you seen this X movie? It's got some cooked name." And I'm like,
Oh, yeah, and
what?"
every-
and they're like, "It's a new Harry Potter movie." I'm like,
the
no.
Fantastic Beasts. or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, that,
Uh-huh.
yeah. That's first one started off okay, but I didn't see the second one because I heard it's terrible.
Isn't J.K. Rowling cancelled because she like
Cancel
said
culture,
something
bro.
anti-Semitic?
I don't know.
She said something fucking wild.
People
like-
are just cancelling her because she's
Also-
turning all the characters gay.
Yeah, she's like trying to.
It's kind of weird.
I don't know. She's like posturing and like
She said
retroactively
Dumbledore-
making all the characters.
Yeah, well,
gay.
she said, hasn't she
Which is like-
said Dumbledore is officially gay?
Yeah,
What's
which
the-
is like whatever.
Him and what's his name? Weird Johnny Depp with
No,
white hair had a
I don't
relationship.
fucking know. But whatever.
Oh,
My point is like,
Malfoy.
No, Grindelwald.
My point is,
it's
like-
a character's Malfoy.
yeah, it's her franchise. She can do whatever I want, but like, you
Yeah.
can't fucking get upset when people are angry that you are just retconning characters' sexuality.
Yeah, because people
And
have
also,
an idea in
she's
their
just trying to fucking score points
probably.
with like LGBT people, even though they probably don't fucking like her either.
Yeah.
Because who would? Because she's just bad,
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah, but I feel like it's good to add that stuff in if it serves a purpose.
If it expands the story and it makes the
But it
characters
doesn't.
sort of
She's
deeper,
just doing
it's
it to
good.
score points, which is like
Yeah, that's
really
what's bad.
cynical and shitty and like fucking not cool.
kind of bad for like it's really bad.
It's
like
bad for
just
your
whitewashing
universe.
LGBT communities. you
Yeah,
know,
she's like,
which is annoying.
Look, there's
'cause,
look at all the
like,
gay people in my franchise. And it's like your made up fucking franchise.
yeah, because it affects them the most. You know, it's just like you can't just call somebody gay. It doesn't work that way. Like, you know, a lot of people go through a lot of pain and suffering
Yeah, you
having
can't
to come
write
out.
an
right?
entire
Yeah.
fucking thing and then be like 10,
Gay,
15
lol.
years later, oh, they're all gay, actually.
Yeah.
And
And it's
it's
kind
just
of
like a dumb point, but like,
Yeah.
whatever. Just, we're talking about like remakes.
Yeah.
yeah. Actually,
The
hold
Batman
up. Oh, hold up.
movies.
I'm gonna go around the table. What's your? There's a lot of bad remakes, but what's your least favorite remake?
Oh, remake.
or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Not
Well, I already
remake.
said mine.
Sorry, I mean like
What was
sequel,
yours? The new
remake,
Transformers
whatever.
shit.
I already
yeah,
said mine. Transformers. But then they made it good again.
Oh,
so.
dude, mine. Fuck, we could be here for the next 3 days while I think of this. It's just so much shit. Like,
Yeah, well, go one of them.
I don't know.
Pick
You'll start
first
talking
one.
when you remember another one. You know.
Probably Star Wars, because it just seems to be this thing that just like
They keep going.
it.
They don't
I mean,
need
I've
to.
said this before. Like Hollywood, they hit with something and they just never fucking let go.
No, because it's
They just-
guaranteed to
they
make
just
money.
Have
That's
to
why.
fucking yeah, but it's like even Star like fuckface George Lucas, like he made those prequel films because he wanted to.
Well, yeah, he actually was like, I want to expand the story. He's like, I want to show what happened. And,
And
it was
now,
his
and now
idea.
it's not his shit anymore. So
Well,
Disney
props
just
to
like,
him for selling it
oh
for
well,
so
let's
much.
make like fucking like they're gonna make another
trilogy.
Han Solo movie probably, and then they're gonna make another trilogy
Yeah,
after
didn't they
that.
announce another
Yeah,
trilogy?
no, and
Yeah,
I'm just
Ryan
like,
Johnson's
I'm just
getting a
like,
trilogy.
Oh my god, it's like I'm like everyone who thinks this shit is like, wow, this is great. It's like you have a dog's brain. Like you're a fucking idiot. You just want to watch the same shit like over and over again, forever.
I don't think it's an inherently bad thing.
I think
but
it's like say what you want about like older generations or whatever, just like fucking up the planet, but at least they didn't have to fucking remake like every fucking thing.
yeah,
everything.
or when they did, you didn't hear about it. It's like that band at the pub you see, and they're just playing like everything from the 80s catalog and there's all these
Through
old
to,
people
like,
just wanting to relive
through
their
to
glory
this, like,
days.
arbitrary fucking cutoff point when they were like decided, this is when music.
These were
got
the
fucking
happiest
shit.
days of my life,
It's
my
like,
youth.
It's like, oh yeah, all the music from 1960, whatever the fuck.
Actually-
and then through to this arbitrary like cutoff point where like I decide this is where music got shit. And it's
Actually,
like, yeah,
I'll
whatever,
give you a
but-
perfect example of this and we can continue on with my point. But go onto the comments of Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers. Great song. Great song. But it's all these old people that are just like, I remember dancing with my husband in the prom to this and it was fantastic. And that's great. And that's great. I'm
That's
not trying
great
to
that
rag
like
on
old people can like have these memories or
Right,
whatever.
but you
like,
know they've gone and seen a cover band doing it and going,
Yep.
oh, those were the days, weren't they? and
it's
that's
like,
what's happening in the movie
I've started
industry now.
listening to fucking like fuck all these old people because I listen to even older shit than that. I listen to fucking ballroom music now, dude.
Yeah,
I listen to fucking spooky fucking ballroom, haunted fucking ballroom shit from The Shining. I just listen to that. So fuck all those old people that are like those were the days. Fuck that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like you're saying, like that's the nostalgic thing, and Star Wars is trying to tap into that. Remember you were saying about like the Easter eggs, and but I don't think it's an inherently bad thing because I do think Star Wars Episode 7's a pretty good movie.
Everyone
And-
agrees it's fine. It's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
Right.
It's solid.
It's just but like my thing is like it's just okay.
Yeah, I have.
It
I
should
have
have been amazing.
Yeah, much like I don't care about the whole like well at the time because that's not relevant to fucking me. But like
Yeah.
those like original Star Wars movies to me are also just okay. They're not fucking blowing my mind or anything. Like I'm sure, yeah, back in the day, but like everyone I know who's obsessed with Star Wars didn't fucking see it when it came out. So like I don't know what this like appealed to fucking well back in the day it was groundbreaking shit.
Well,
Like,
if you talk to your parents, a lot of them almost liked Star Wars alone solely because it was groundbreaking, you know. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
my
even my-
appeal for Star Wars
my
doesn't
fucking-
come because
my mum's the same. She's like, yeah, I mean, I saw it like when it came out and it was great, and like, but I'm like, well,
Don't
this is
care
probably
now.
where I get that from is because my mum's always like wants to move on to the next fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the same. I like Star Wars Episode 4 when I saw it I really liked. But I still really like the Star Wars movies. I don't like I probably rewatched all of them 3 years ago because I was like I hadn't seen them. I'd obviously seen them individually, but I was like, no, I'm gonna watch all of them over like 2
Yeah, I
months
did
or
something similar.
Yeah.
that time.
And I was like, no, these are still really good movies. I didn't think of them any less. In fact, I liked some of them even like number one. I liked a lot more. You know.
Yeah, again, I don't hate those old movies. I think they're good, but it's
Yeah.
not like fuck. Like you know, they're just
Well, that's-
all right to watch sometimes.
That's all
Like,
down to opinion, and that's kind of my problem about the new ones. Is a lot of people don't like them, and it's kind of like don't keep pushing stuff that people don't like, you know. But they will because they know it's just even the people that don't like them, and this is what's the problem with them. They're going to go watch it anyway. They're going to
yeah.
pay like $10, $20 to go watch it. If you're in the middle of Sydney, $25. To go Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyway,
oh yeah,
but-
that was it too.
but you know they're gonna pay all this money to go watch it, and then they complain about how awful this movie is. I'm like, dude, you were literally like, and then they'll go on all Star Wars related content, give them likes or dislikes, give them views, and go, this movie sucks.
Yeah.
You know, like you're literally just feeding the machine. You know,
I mean,
and-
again, I said like, I'm not watching the new trilogy when
Yeah.
it comes. I'm not watching it.
yeah.
I refuse. I'm not giving them any more fucking money to just
And that's
keep
like-
doing the same thing
And
over
that's
and over
the thing. You
again.
don't even have to refuse. It's just like, yeah, just don't like you don't like it.
Just
go
don't
watch
go.
it.
I just don't
Yeah.
care. It's like what I
Well,
said about like the
they
line.
kind of did. They for Solo, it lost money. They didn't make a profit. It lost
Yeah.
like 100 million or something.
Again,
Well, maybe people are coming around. Then.
I mean, I said this.
Well,
about
yeah,
all
because
the-
people heard it was actually all right, so they came back and I think they bought it on Blu-ray, but they didn't watch it in the movies.
yeah.
I said this about the fucking, like the Disney shit. Like, I just don't care. Like, it's not about like taste doesn't fucking factor into it. I just don't give a shit
No, that's
about
fair.
these fucking movies.
Well,
I didn't grow up watching them. I don't fucking have any connection to
The
them.
big one coming out though next week that has got a lot of heat at the moment, which we all grew up with it. Lion King.
I never saw the line.
You didn't, but we all grew
No,
up
I
with
didn't-
it.
no,
I
I
saw
didn't-
it when I was 15.
maybe
I saw it when I was a kid, but I was like, I was never like, oh my fucking god, Simba. I was never like that. I was just
I-
like,
I
it's
fucking-
cool.
I fucking watched probably like bits and pieces of it when I was
Yeah.
at like a friend's house, whatever. But I never sat down. I never.
But
watched
that's
any
the
of those
one
movies.
remake and reboot everyone sort of agreed upon that it didn't need to be made because in the original traditional animation, because they're lions, they can over-exaggerate things and give them expressions because it's artistic styling for the movie.
Yeah.
But in this one, they've gone for photorealistic lines. So what does a lion's face look like when it's scared? It looks like a lion.
Yeah.
It doesn't move.
It sort of crosses that like realm. You know, when like animated things, like they look very like you can
Lively.
you can discern a lot, like even if it's like,
Emotion.
stuff that's very obviously animated. When you go like hyper realistic with stuff,
It loses that look.
it just looks fucking weird. Like it doesn't look like
Yeah.
it doesn't look like a real lion talking. It just looks fucking strange. Like
Because the lion's talking and it looks real. You're like, that shouldn't be
no, but
happening.
if a lion did talk and it looked real, then it would just be a talking lion that
If
looks
you've
real.
done- if
But
you've
these
done a
things
few
they don't
caps,
like.
Yeah, okay.
Or dropped a couple of tabs, lions
But,
do
like,
start talking.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like it's in that realm where it's like it's too realistic to the point where it just doesn't look real anymore, and it
No,
just
yeah, I
looks
get
fucking
you.
weird. Like
Because the main complaint I have seen in all the reviews, like it's really mixed. It's like on 40 or 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. Its main complaint, which I imagine it says it's emotionless. You can't discern emotion, and there's no point to it because it's a shot-for-shot remake for the original.
Yeah,
but it's
like-
not as good because you don't get that emotion and the look of the characters.
yeah, and I
anymore.
will
You
say
lose
this,
it.
like I didn't fucking grow up watching The Lion King. I don't care, but like
No.
that animation, that aspect of it adds to the fucking plot and the characters.
Yes.
in a way that this like CG weird hyper real fucking shit like does not.
But then when they take that away, you just get animals on screen, sort of messing
Jumping
around.
around.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
oh, I could just watch a fucking
You can watch
like,
a documentary.
David Attenborough
Yeah.
fucking documentary.
And learn something.
But it's
too.
actually better because it's a real animal. It's not CG.
Yeah,
The
like,
lions don't talk in David Attenborough.
unless.
Unless you're really cooked when you're watching it.
yeah, I did that one. I watched Blue Planet, and I was so.
That is the
baked.
most like stereotypical thing you can do.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, but like I said that, and I sort of did it as a joke. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a little bit fried and watch fucking Blue Planet." But it's actually like really nice. It's really soothing, except for when it's not. When they're talking about like sharks and fucking other
Horses falling
insane shit that fucking murders you in the ocean. It's a
Yeah.
little bit intense.
Actually,
but, like,
how many-
Then you get back to the penguins, and you're just like, "Oh yeah."
If you're speaking about reboots, how many David Attenborough docos do you reckon they're just going to be? They're just going to keep pumping them out.
Until
I
he's
think
dead.
no,
Yeah.
he's never
Because
gonna
he
die.
retires and then he comes back every year.
He's never
Yeah.
gonna die.
They'll have his voice synthesized.
They'll put him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll put him into a computer.
Yeah.
He'll be like a brain in a
Hello.
jar.
Yeah. Exactly.
We are
It's a
looking
bit.
at.
It's a bit. Yeah. Well, anyway, The Lion King. Yeah, I'm curious to see.
I'm gonna go see it because I want to see how it turned out.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, we can all reconvene and talk about how.
It
Yeah.
could be.
You can
really
all
good or
tell me
really
about
bad.
it. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go see it because that's the one movie I'm like, I know they didn't need to make it, so I want to see how it turned out.
Well, here's a real question. What about video games? So, what's your least
Yeah.
favorite remade, reboot, whatever sequel video game?
The Silent Hill remake, Silent Hill 2.
See, I never played that.
They butchered it.
Mm.
They
I've
made it
never played Silent
so-
Hill. ever.
back in the day because of like hardware limitations or whatever. There's like fog everywhere,
Okay, yeah.
and that added to the like how fucking like scary it was and shit because you couldn't see very far in front of you.
Yeah.
With the remake, all gone. So it's not scary anymore because you can just see shit down the end of the fucking street.
Yeah.
But in the old one, you couldn't really tell where stuff was coming from.
I've never played it. I
They're
know
all
of it.
good.
Yeah.
They're all
It's
pretty
rated
good.
one of the really great games.
They're
What-
scary as fuck.
What do you reckon, Eric? What's your least favorite?
Probably when they fucked up Halo 4, when they changed the whole
No, that was
direction.
good.
It was okay, but they just changed the whole direction. I didn't like the look.
That's your like least favorite remake or reboot?
Reboot. Off the top of my head, that's all I can think of at
Halo.
the moment.
What about fucking
See, Halo 5. was-
Halo,
yeah.
sequel,
the constant
sequel-wise.
Call of Duties, like Modern Warfare 2 was a great game, and Black Ops 1
That's-
and Modern
That's
Warfare
not a
3.
reboot. That's just
Well, the
like,
remake coming out this year, Modern Warfare.
Okay, yeah,
that's coming out.
probably-
They showed gameplay actually just a few days ago.
I mean, it looks the same.
It looks like Modern Warfare 1, but with
Wow,
better
dude.
graphics.
Can't wait to play
Fuck, I
it.
It
can't
looks
wait
like-
to play this game.
But you know
I've
how the
already
gun was
played.
sort of
Yeah.
a bit lower, and then in the other ones they raised it up, sort
Yeah.
of, and now it looks like
Oh,
that. It looks like Modern Warfare 1 HD, but they've raised the gun up a bit. How's it go? I like the game mode though they brought out. It's 2v2. It's called like Gunfight, and everyone spawns with
Oh,
There's
so
a random
it's
weapon.
called gunfight, and you shoot guns like in
it's-
every fucking mode.
RPG.
But the cool thing, it's actually I don't mind it because it's 2v2, and then everyone spawns with random weapons, but
Okay.
everyone gets that same random weapon set.
RPG double kill every single
Yeah,
round.
a lot. You can spawn.
But that just
everyone spawns
honestly
with either.
sounds like that Halo game mode that it's even on my Master Chief collection in matchmaking where you just spawn with a random weapon.
Yeah.
They literally just sound, and that happened in 2007.
Yeah,
and that's kind of Call of Duty in a
want-
nutshell. It up to 2012, it was great. No, sorry, 2011.
Yeah, this
Black
is
Ops
what,
2 was a bit iffy, and I've never bought one.
You remember
since.
how I said I'm trying to turn this place into like a time capsule?
Yeah,
But like, it's true. I want to go back and play Halo with the boy.
or just switching between Halo 3, Black Ops 1, and Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah,
That was like my Xbox.
GTA 4 multiplayer.
Yeah, GTA 4 multiplayer is good fun. But yeah, I just think COD, like,
So that's your most hated fucking reboot.
well, it's
stuff?
not my most hated because I've bought 2 games on the Xbox One. I bought Star Wars Battlefront 1, 3 games. Star Wars Battlefront 1, Red Dead Redemption 2, and then Star Wars Battlefront 2. So,
We're still saving that one up.
so
What?
The Red Dead.
Oh yeah, the Red
Yeah.
Dead.
Because
That's
it's
a good
like I'm just
episode.
gonna let it fester until it turns into a fucking mental illness. How much I dislike that game.
It's funny.
But so I don't really have much on new games. But I only really play 360 games, and not for nostalgia. It's just because I like them. Like seriously, Master Chief Collection came with the Xbox, so
That was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like it's not a nostalgic thing. I just think there were better games then.
Well,
Yeah,
my
it's
big
like the
That's what I
complaint.
said. That's what I said. Like, how many great games are there for the Xbox One?
Well, that's-
Like, think about
that's
it. Like,
what I was
maybe
about to
like
say.
3
Yeah.
or 4.
But
Think
the
about how many fucking great games there are for the 360.
You don't
Like-
have any-
like 50. Like,
You don't
there's
have any
so many
memories
good
attached to the
games.
Xbox One because on the 360 there was all these big new franchises like Gears of War and all that. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and then Xbox One comes out and what do you have? Like, and the PS4 is sort
HD
of similar.
remasters of 360.
Yeah, you have
shit,
HD
like-
So
remasters.
that's not just me, because I've been thinking this whole time, like, I have this, like, slight bias towards Xbox One, like, just not being great.
Yeah.
But that's not me. Like,
mean,
there's
it's
a reason why
every-
I'm playing 360
No, I
games
think this is
year.
one of the weaker generations, but the Switch has probably kickstarted the new, like a better generation. The Switch is better.
They did bring out like some great like new games.
Cars 2, for sure.
You were playing that
Actually,
the other
that's on
day.
360.
I saw you.
Yeah, you were playing that.
And I was just like,
I
what
play
is-
with the Stella.
I was like, what is he doing? He should be playing a
I
man's
play
game. Like
no, hold up.
Minecraft.
So I was playing with the Stella, and we were going to go out to a gig in 45 minutes.
And you said,
she-
Estella, let's play Cars 2.
No,
And
no,
she
no,
said,
no, no.
what
Hold
the
up,
fuck is
hold
wrong
up.
with you?
I'm like, can we play some Xbox? I was like, yeah, sure. I'm like, what do you want to play? And she's like, oh, because we've just been playing Halo. Like, no, let's not do that.
No,
Like, and I was
let's
like, what else have I got? Like I said, my 360 games. I got Dark Souls. That's the multiplayer. Black Ops, whatever. Right. Anyway, then I was like, I'll go to my uninstalled games. I'm going down my list,
And
and
you
because
were
you know
like,
you got
yes.
gold, you got
Yeah.
a million games you never installed.
you just
Cars
get
2 came up. She's like, oh, let's play that. I'm like, what? I'm like, hold up. It's only going to be like 4 gigs to download, so we'll be able to download it in 10, 20 minutes and go to the gig. So I started playing them. It's actually good, and I'll tell you why. It's because it's a driving game that didn't cater towards Mario Kart. It's more like Crash Team Racing, and
Yeah.
it's great. It is really fun.
Well-
like, not that I get on there religiously and play it, but it's a good game.
See, there's a
Anyway,
good
I
remake
predicted
series
2
that everyone
months
agrees
that
is
you
actually
actually
pretty
do.
good. I need
Yeah.
to play them, but Crash Bandicoot remakes apparently really good. I've heard.
Yeah, but I've got them on PS1.
Yeah, but
so
Crash Team
yeah,
Racing
yeah.
just came out. I'm surprised you haven't
yeah,
bought
but
that.
again,
Well, I've got Crash Team Racing on
yeah,
PS1.
and we talked
still.
about this before. Like,
If you have-
PS1 games have a more unique aesthetic.
Yeah, they have a nice look.
I suppose. Well, Crash Team Racing's not on the Xbox, and can you play it online?
Racing.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because that would be the only reason for me to get it. But I
I can't do online anymore, dude.
that's
There's just
all
too
I
many-
do games.
There's just too many people who are too good.
Yeah, people play it
They're
hardcore.
they're either like really shit and you're just not having any fun, or they're just too fucking good.
Yeah.
It's like we play Overwatch sometimes.
well,
we get
Overwatch
smashed.
is like a game
no,
like
it's like
that.
it's like there's people who are just too fucking good, and then
Yeah.
there's people who are just fucking trash.
You don't get that
and then
nice
we're always
in-between.
in the middle.
Yeah.
like it sucks. And we're always like the minority. There always seems to be like a million people who are good and like a million people who are shit, and then it's just like
well, I've
4 or
solved
5
that
people
problem.
who are like okay.
I've solved that problem. I only play games that I'm good at.
That works.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I'm only-
Star Wars Battlefront 2, Halo,
Oh yeah,
COD.
we were playing that recently.
Yeah, well, I was
2.
playing Battlefront today.
See, that's actually a decent, like, sort of remake reboot.
It's okay.
Like, Battlefront 1 was okay. It was just lacking. Then Battlefront 2 came out, and they fucked it up at the start, but then they fixed it.
It's still
Yeah.
sort of okay though. It's not
Yeah.
like
Man,
fucking
people that
amazing.
no,
play that
it's just
game.
fun. It's fun.
alright.
It's
People that play
it's a
that
fun
game are
time.
just trash,
Yeah,
man.
some
like,
of them
I
are
came,
so. Yeah, but that's why I don't have any enjoyment with it because it's just like fucking beating up toddlers. Like,
Yeah, well,
it's
I
not-
came back right after not playing it for like a year or whatever. Like, I came back first game as an officer. I topped the lobby of 40, 50 people, whatever it is. I'm just like, are people just this bad? Like, if I miss something or just like I didn't even know the maps. I was playing that new game mode.
Oh, okay. Did you get... Because you hadn't played when Grievous and all that was at
Yeah,
it.
no, exactly. So
Yeah.
I didn't
See,
know
I love
any of
Grievous
this.
because he
Yeah.
walks around and just goes...
Oh yeah, he does that scary ass move where he crawls along.
Yeah,
the
if you hold
ground.
I think it's LB and RB together, he runs on the ground and you can knock people over.
It's fucking
Yeah.
scary.
It's fucking awesome.
Bosca's the one I like playing when I
Fuck,
was there.
Bosk.
Oh yeah, fuck. I was like, oh man, like the Star Wars, they're gonna bring all these like iconic characters to the battlefield, and it's like, let's put in Bosk, that guy that had fucking
Why
2
didn't they bring?
seconds of screen
Why didn't they bring in
time.
IG-88? Yeah,
Why
he had-
didn't they
he-
bring
no,
in Django?
No, but he had the exact same amount of screen time as Bosk, but he's way cooler because he's just this weird robot.
Yeah,
Or
Django,
Greedo.
or Greedo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Greedo. Oh, no, he's in it. Is he?
No, he's not.
Isn't he? I thought he was.
I don't think so.
I
No,
thought-
you're thinking of Bosk. No, I don't-
Yeah, Bosk.
fuck
I think
Bosk.
they
I'm
would have
like-
brought Django in because Boba Fett's in it.
But they could have like changed the way they.
No, but
like,
but
in Battlefront,
no, but
the original
Django. No,
games,
but Django would have only been in when you played the prequel settings, like
And
how
also-
only
Yeah,
Grievous
Boba,
is that
yeah.
in.
Also,
Yeah.
Django has like 2 cool little pistols. He's like a
Yeah.
fucking cowboy.
No, he's like the what is it? The infiltrator class is it? Where they have the 2 pistols.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be just like a souped up version of that with a jetpack.
Well, that's what Chewbacca is.
Duh.
Chewbacca,
Oh,
I hate playing Chewbacca. He's
I don't like
terrible.
Yeah,
him.
he sucks.
I don't
Yeah,
like
he's
it.
really
I really
bad.
don't like his bowcaster.
I
Yeah.
just like playing the Jet Trooper because he just flying around and fuck people.
Oh, I hate that because I can't spawn
Yeah,
on you.
I hate it too. I never played it because of that.
Everyone like
Yeah.
me
It's fucking
and
annoying.
Bryce
Why can't
and,
you?
like, some
You should
other-
be able to spawn on them if they
No,
land.
it's because
Yeah.
like it's because they could just jump across the map and you can just fucking like.
I
spawn
understand, but
fuck
fucking
people.
hell.
Yeah, no, it's because they can jump up on places that no one else can get
Yeah,
to,
that too.
and they don't want like
Just add
somebody-
full damage. If you jump off there is not a jet trooper, you should die.
Yeah, but if you're like a sniper, you can just sit up there.
But
all
yeah,
game.
that is annoying. Being in a squad with people and everyone's playing Jet Trooper.
If
so you
they're in a
can't
car or they're a jet trooper.
spawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, I think that was a really good remake. But yeah, in general, most remakes.
See, the game
movies
remakes
and
are
games-
actually more acceptable in most times than the movies.
Sometimes I'm just like, why the
See,
fuck
the one
would they
time,
do
the
that?
one reboot which I kind of got when they did it, and a lot of people didn't like, but I thought was okay, and you liked it too, Oscar, was DMC, Devil May Cry.
Yeah, I did like that.
See, that one was okay. It was done by an American company because they were trying to bring Devil May Cry more to
yeah,
an American
just make
audience.
It more palatable.
See,
to,
they
like-
did make it more edgy, but I found it charming.
Yeah.
Like, and the combat is
I was
simplified,
gonna
which is
say-
good because it can be complicated sometimes in Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah, okay. Bad sequels and fucking shit fucking games.
Mm?
Resident Evil 6.
Bad.
Suck my fucking dick.
It's-
that game sucks.
It's terrible. No,
I've
it's a
never
but,
played
breed.
it.
but consequently, Resident Evil 7, fucking amazing.
Because they were like, we fucked up.
Andrew, you would like Resident Evil 7.
I've never played any Resident. Isn't Resident Evil
7
4 the good one?
7 is its own thing, isn't it?
4's good, 5's good.
Every odd
1,
nu-
2, 3 are good.
Most odd
like,
numbered ones are typically bad.
5's good though, I like it.
Yeah. In Resident Evil's case, I think that was the trend for a while. The odd ones were the bad ones, I
Yeah,
think.
but 7, you'd like 7 because it's
Yeah.
like it's first person
Yeah.
and you're like walking around a spooky ass fucking house.
Isn't that
it's-
just the whole setting too? It's just the house.
It's like they're in like a bayou.
Oh,
kinda,
okay.
Like
Well, I'm saying like
That
the
sounds
area.
like
Like,
my
you don't
kind
move
of-
no,
around.
it's sick. It's like you like Amnesia and like
Yeah, Amnesia
it's like
was a
that.
great
It's
game.
like that, but Resident Evil.
Yeah, oh, that's cool.
And that was like a soft reboot, sort of, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was sort of a soft reboot, and like I'm stuck. I can't beat the guy with the chainsaw.
Isn't that the beginning when he has the car? You get in the car and try and run him over or something.
No. This is like a little bit further.
Oh,
on.
okay.
But I'm stuck. I can't beat.
Because I remember like Donkey had problems with that guy. Like he pulls you out of the car and starts trying to kill you with it.
Well, he gets this like chainsaw, but it's like a chainsaw, but it's like 2, so it's like a pair of scissors, but they're
Oh.
chainsaws.
That's cool.
And
Amnesia-
you have a chainsaw, and you have to fight him with the chainsaw.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that.
Games like that
It's
can
like,
be
um,
really hard.
It's like that scene in
Amnesia.
Mandy where
Mm.
they have the chainsaw fight.
I haven't seen Mandy.
Oh, we should screen it here now that I've got the big TV.
We can one day.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Not a remake of anything, which is cool.
Yeah. Well, what's another one more awful gaming remake?
One awful one.
Just awful.
Like remake / reboot, or just remake?
Yeah, because I've actually found with the conversations when we because we just ramble on about anything.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah,
but the movies we always we're like, okay, what's a good one? And we inevitably just end up talking about the bad ones. Whereas the gaming ones, we're trying to talk about the bad ones, and we do, but then we
get
talk
to
about
the
the
good
good ones.
Because games end up inevitably being sort of fun.
Yeah,
most
like
of the
a lot of like gaming kind of remakes aren't as bad as like the movie's just god awful. But with gaming, it's kind
like when
of,
you ask me what springs to mind as a bad one, I have a hard time.
Yeah, because
Honestly.
I'm a bit out of a loop. I
But
can't really think.
I do sort of know one, but I don't know if you ever play it. Jack and Daxter had a reboot at one point called
Jack
the
X.
Lost Frontier.
Yeah, it was on
No.
PSP, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a PSP game. It was on PS2 as well, and it was done by a different company because Naughty Dog had planned to do it for
This
ages.
is years ago, is it?
2009.
Yeah. Well, you know what else? Ratchet and Clank that year had another.
But they had a good
reboot.
one. Wasn't that the Time one?
Yeah, that was crap.
I heard it was good.
I was gonna say like Gears of War, but like
Gears of War 4 is a soft reboot.
yeah, but it's still good.
Yeah, it's
And,
yeah.
like,
that's
I was
good.
gonna say like Gears of War, like the ultimate, the remaster or whatever.
Yeah,
That I was gonna say, but that's actually
That's a
like,
remake.
That's a good game too.
That's a
Like,
good
I
remake.
like both of those
because
games.
they kept the mechanics. They just updated the visuals.
Yeah,
So it's actually
and
good.
It does look really nice.
I think it's the best way to play Gears 1 because Gears 1 looked kind of muddy.
we should stream ourselves playing Gears 5.
See, yeah.
I'll probably
Actually,
get it.
I'll do that. That'll be fun. We could
I'll
do a
get it.
gaming channel.
I've never played.
you
I
played
own
Gears of
Gears of
War
War
3.
3.
Gears of War 3
Yeah,
is
we
good.
played Horde mode.
Gears of War 3
Horde
Horde
mode
mode. It
was
was
fun.
fun. They
Yeah.
did it really well. There's a new mode you might like called, I think it's just called Escape, where you're 4 people and you infiltrate a nest and blow it up.
And you
I
have to
think you're
you have to
talking about this
escape.
one,
You have to
yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
run
it
away.
looks actually pretty fun.
You
I
have to
think
ape
you would
escape.
actually like it. So
Ape
I think that'd be a
escape,
good
yeah.
co-op thing to play together.
Yeah.
Where's my Ape Escape remaster?
See, there are
Where's
like
the Croc remaster?
oh yeah,
the
dude.
one remaster,
I never owned
remaster
it.
that everyone's been
Dude,
excited
sick.
for, obviously, has been Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one's getting a
I've
bit
never-
of mixed heat.
I thought Final Fantasy is just
Yeah.
crap.
See, I'm
whenever I
going to play
played
this
it.
because I never played
Some were
7, but I want to play 7. This is like the best way to play it. But
We
you're not.
both-
You're not getting the whole game in the remake because the game was split into 3 acts. I think was it?
I haven't played.
No,
I
but
mean
I-
I played the beginning.
Yeah,
so-
I think it's 3 acts, and the first game is only going to be 1 act.
I like those games.
But then they have no plans to release the rest of the game in the remake form.
I like
Yeah.
those
So far?
games and like I like the music and I like the aesthetic of them
Yeah.
because it's just so fucking like just absurd.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, we both have Final Fantasy 15 and we've never.
I've played it a
I'm
bit
like
and then I
nowhere
never turned it
near
up.
finishing it.
No,
I
I
really
played it.
have to finish it. It's just sitting on my hard drive.
Yeah.
And just
Oh yeah, but quickly back to Jack and Daxter. Like the first, they were fun, but then they took a new direction with this one, and it's all about planes and building a plane. I was like, Jack was
Yeah, they were
about
trying to do-
racing and
Yeah.
guns in the end because that's
Yeah.
what he was good at. When he got out into Haven City, he was like,
Not an aviator.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I'm a good racer, and that's what he became good at.
Yeah.
He didn't become a fucking flying man.
yeah, that
Yeah.
game was like Mad Max, but like
It was
was
Jack
my
3.
entry
Jack 3
drug.
was great.
Jack 3 was really good.
I
Jack
would-
2 and Jack
Jack
3.
3
See,
was fire.
if they brought out a collection like they've done with, why don't they do that? I would love a collection like they did
I
with
think
Crash
they have.
Bandicoot.
they have a collection.
No,
Ratchet
but
and
not like a
Clank
proper
even did it.
remake, like they did with the Crash games. They just did a
I
HD
like the way those
remake.
games look.
Like they just upresed it.
Here's a question you have to answer in 5 seconds. Jack and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank?
Jack and Daxter.
I'd say Ratchet and Clank.
See, you grew up more with Ratchet and Clank
Yeah,
though.
but
I
we
grew up
both
with Jack
had
and
both.
Daxter.
Yeah,
you
I
and-
played a little bit of Ratchet and Clank, but I played more Jack. And
You
you were
and-
the opposite. You
I
played
played
more
a fair
Ratchet.
bit of Jack though.
You-
I really liked it.
You
yeah.
and Aiden both like Ratchet and Clank. a
Ratchet
lot.
and Clank, I love it.
I remember
yeah.
before.
You
we-
would like the PS4 one. Then they made a remake of the first one. It's actually good.
Yeah, Aiden
Yeah.
was telling me about it, and he's like, "This is before me and him got back on Minecraft," and he's like, "No, I'm playing I'm playing Ratchet and Clank."
Yeah.
Now he's
Yeah.
playing Mario Maker, and we were gonna ask him about it, but like he's not here because
Yeah.
he's busy fucking
Yeah.
shooting people with Mac 10s. And
Yeah, just
riding
quickly with the
jet
Jack
skis.
and Daxter thing, like the planes were bad. Then they added in all these weird eco powers, which didn't make sense because Jack only had the power
Dark
of
Eco and Light Eco.
yeah, and that was his main thing because he was trying to control it. And then this one, he had the power of fucking every single eco from the first game all of a sudden, which didn't make sense because I thought that
Yeah.
they had run out of it. I thought
Yeah.
they only had dark and light in the end. I didn't think they had red anymore, but apparently they do. And there's fucking sky pirates, and it just made no sense. There was Dark Daxter, which was fucking weird. You remember
so
that?
funny to
He was just like
imagine.
a big fucking giant rat thing with spikes on his back, and he's talking like the Hulk.
And it was Daxter, but he was evil.
Yeah, it was. What the fuck was that?
It
It
sounds
was.
sick.
It was so dumb.
It's like Chungus.
So yeah, it was basically Big Chungus.
That
So
sounds
yeah,
sick.
that's my little rant. That game fucking like left a sour taste in my mouth, and I want them to bring a remake like they've
Yeah,
done with
Naughty
Oh,
Dog.
that
Crash
game.
Bandicoot.
Get on
Do
it.
that, or bring a sequel out, because fuck me, that is a bad way to leave that series. Do
Yeah.
not, please bring out one more somehow.
So that's what I felt about Ratchet and Clank. I thought just like after the first three got bad. What was the one after it? Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
It was average. I
And
remember I got
then-
that for Christmas.
Then they had all these ones in between, like Secret Agent Clank. Or
Yeah,
something
I
like
remember
that.
that.
You know, like
That was
Kids
the era where
Fedora.
they cross-released. It was made for PSP, but they cross-released it on PS2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they
That was a
looked-
lot of games.
So they looked shit, didn't
yeah,
they?
that was
They
like
didn't look as
GTA,
good.
the Stories series they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that.
And then there was the new one. I remember for Christmas, we got a PS3.
Mm.
So it would have been 2007. We got a PS3 because I remember, because obviously pretty young. My mum got it for us, and it was a toss-up between Ratchet and Clank and Assassin's Creed. And apparently the
fuck.
person at the counter went, "No, you don't want to be getting your kids Assassin's
See,
Creed."
I got Assassin's Creed in like 2007, and
Yeah.
all right, I
Yeah,
got
see,
it.
I would have
Yeah,
gotten
I got
2000 in 2007, except I got Ratchet and Clank instead. And to be honest, I'm kind of glad with that because I don't like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
But
they're
that's a whole
They're
nother.
mostly true.
Actually, I would have supported an Assassin's Creed remake because the first game I remember playing as a kid, I was like, "Oh my god!" If you go back now, it's fucking so boring.
Yeah.
The climbing is slow. The the color of the world is like very dim. It's very sort of
Yeah, it's like,
depressing.
aren't I in the Middle East? Isn't it supposed to be kind of like vibrant and like
Yeah. So I would
warm-looking,
support if
like-
they brought out a remake and brought in a more fluent like
Well,
combat style.
I loved 2.
2 was great. 2 was a really
I don't
good.
really care.
See,
about any
the
of other
pinnacle for
games.
me was Brotherhood. That's a good sequel because he brought in the new combat and the climbing was fast. The graphics were nice. It's
Yeah,
sort of the
yeah.
pinnacle.
Don't Assassin's Creed release a game every year as well?
They used to, but
they've stopped because people are like, please stop fucking doing.
because it
this."
just ran into the. It was a cool idea and they just
Yeah,
fucking
like
mutilated
Pirates,
it.
and then now
The
isn't it
Pirates
in
was
Rome?
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
But-
it's like Homer in the Odyssey.
See,
Type
I don't
shit.
like where they took it now because now they've gone super RPG sort of with it, where everyone.
well,
so if you attack, they
Aiden-
don't flinch anymore. They just take a health down.
Yeah,
they'll keep
Aiden
attacking.
said that he played
Origins.
Origins, and he's like, yeah, they just like took the fucking shit, like the combat system from Dark Souls.
Yeah, I
and, like,
played it
put it in
too.
an Assassin's Creed game.
I played it too, and it doesn't really feel like Assassin's Creed anymore. You know,
No, but also I just think that's incredibly.
So
lazy.
that's sort of like
that's
a
really
bad
lazy.
reboot.
it's a reboot. Like, but no, people liked it too. But as someone who liked the original Assassin's Creed style, and they sort of got it right by number 3 and 4, I feel. Oh, 3 was actually kind of iffy. 4, it was pretty good with the pirate stuff and had a cool spin.
I mean, didn't people appreciate that game more for like the ship combat than the actual like
yeah,
Assassin's Creed?
because it was a good
but-
pirate game.
Yeah, but it's like, but they're not praising it for its like
No.
Assassin's Creedy.
But then they took that
so-
element and now they're going to make, which I don't know what happened to it. They were going to take that system and make a pirate game where they're called Skull and Bones, and it's nowhere to be seen. I don't know what happened to it.
Maybe we can talk before we finish. Maybe we can touch on some like shitty music stuff that.
Yeah,
got
you
me
guys
nice.
can start that because I don't know anything.
Well, they
you
did
guys-
like
Like what remasters you're talking about?
just like I don't even know remasters. Oh, actually, I was gonna say like, because you know that Death Magnetic by Metallica was sort of like their comeback album, but
Wait,
it's
what year is that?
2008.
Oh, I know when you showed.
Seven.
I've never listened to it actually.
But yeah, it's unlistenable.
yeah, like
it's-
most posts, like
No, but
self-titled.
But it's like
Yeah.
it's the reason it's unlistenable is because they've just fucking compressed the fuck out of it.
yeah.
So
Have you
it's
heard
so like cymbals are like as loud as like guitars,
Yeah.
and it just sounds fucked.
Have you heard like the new? There's an album they're touring for it right now, 2019. It was released last year,
Oh,
2018.
Hardwired. To
Hardwired,
Self-Destruct.
yeah.
It's a
like,
good album.
I haven't listened to all of it. But I couldn't because
Some
it
of
was too
it's good.
compressed.
Some of it's good.
Yeah, I don't really listen to Metallica though. I only listen to the first 2 albums. Like,
First 3, I reckon, are pretty good.
yeah. Wait, what's the one after Ride the Lightning? Is that Master of
Master of
Puppets?
Puppets.
Yeah, that's a good album too.
No,
And
maybe it's
Self-Titled's
Injustice
good.
for All.
No, Injustice
fucking
for All is the one before self-titled. But yeah, the first 2 albums are like the ones
Yeah, it
I
is.
listen to just because they're so thrashy and old school and like
Yeah.
I don't even like metal. But
But like, was it bad remaster of music?
there's not. I
There
don't
was
know any
one-
particular.
There was something controversial recently, and it was just fucking unlistenable because they remastered it a specific way. I think a lot of that Beatles stuff they remaster is like, it just doesn't fucking work. It doesn't really like.
Part of a Beatles aesthetic was the way it was produced and everything, and when you try
back
and alter
then,
that,
before they had like high quality like compression and EQing and stuff.
Yeah, like Ringo would literally put. How come Ringo always comes up on this podcast?
I fucking love it. Ringo can be the mascot.
Episode, but
yes,
because he's the best. He's the best Beatle.
Fucking peace and love.
He used to put a cigarette box on the drum kit for Flam. Like, you don't do that today because you can just add it in. Like, it's just
and also like, it's just like because they had like hardware limitations and shit.
Yeah.
But quickly, he sent me the best commercial ever.
The Japanese one.
There's a Japanese commercial with Ringo Starr, because in Japan, Ringo means apple. So he's in an ad for like apple juice. And they go, Ringo. And he turns around and he goes, hi, Ringo. And they're
Ringo
like,
Starr?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so scary.
It's fucking...
And he's just like dancing.
It's amazing.
I that, Yellow Magic Orchestra like ad for Kieran.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
I've got a feeling I'm going to get pissed up when I'm in Japan next week. I'm just going to get pissed constantly.
Why is that?
I don't know, because I've been there before, so I know what it's like. So now this time I can just enjoy getting pissed.
It's like a cruise ship that doesn't move.
Yeah, but this time I'm traveling with the family, so that'll be funny.
Yeah.
Do you think we hit on everything that we wanted to?
Mainly, it's pretty solid, yeah.
This is like an hour and quarter past an hour.
Yeah, it's good. We're good now. Like, I don't even want to go too long today.
And Zeppelin remasters were bad. All right, that's all I got.
That's good.
And Good Night is a bad song, and that's all I've got.
That's it from the Music Man.
Yeah,
that's the Music Man's final take.
All right.
So ready to end it up now?
Yeah.
So
Aiden's not here, but we'll probably next episode.
I'm going to try and get him. I want to do an episode with Aiden on anime stuff because he loves it.
Because you're going away next week.
Yeah, so I can do an episode with him dedicated to anime, and I can do another one talking about The Lion King and how bad it was.
So for you fucking idiots, we're going to be time traveling basically. You won't hear from us until next week, but we'll have already recorded it.
I'm going to be gone for about 2.5 weeks. Yeah. So we're going to have to hit it hard.
Yeah.
So just thank you for listening. If you made it to this point, as usual, you can find us Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Cheap Hotelcast, like always. If you want to suggest anything by chance or contact us, just at cheaphotelcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, and we'll put Aiden's number in the description.
No, we won't.
So you can talk to him.
So we want to thank our good mate Andrew for coming on when he should be the guest, but he's becoming a regular.
Yeah.
So you can be a regular and a guest.
Yeah.
You can
That's
find
a nice role to have.
You can find Andrew at... on Instagram, basically at, what is it? Grey OFC.
OFC, yeah.
Yeah, OFC.
Official.
Yeah. Also, you can follow him.
Southern End and shit.
Follow him.
Oh, and the
Torpedoes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about it. So
it's all in my bio
all
anyway.
Will be in the description.
Yeah, but main thing for Andrew will be Grey OFC on Instagram, and then follow Southern End Band at Instagram and Facebook, which is just at Southern End Band, so you can find that pretty easy. All their new stuff and all their old stuff is out on Spotify, iTunes, isn't it? And YouTube.
Everywhere.
You can find them pretty much everywhere, so go give them a listen if you haven't. So, thank you all for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Love y'all.